Hey everyone! Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more real, heart-wrenching stories like this one. And I want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this one hits deep. It all started with a text. I'll never forget the words because they cut me open in a way nothing else ever has. I don't love you anymore. I can't do this. My thumb froze mid-scroll. I stared at the message on my phone, like it might dissolve if I blinked. My heart thumped so hard I thought my chest would break. I read it again, and again. The words were simple, cold, final, but the silence after them was deafening. I wanted to call her, scream, beg her to tell me it wasn't real, but I didn't. I sat there, tried to remember every small sign I had ignored. Maybe it was the missed calls last week, or the way she stopped touching me without realizing I noticed. Maybe it was the tiny excuses for why she was late or why she was tired all the time. I want to believe it was nothing, that I was imagining cracks that didn't exist. But that text didn't lie. The next few days were a blur. I tried to act normal, tried to talk to her like everything was fine. But every message, every glance, felt like a trap. My mind was a storm of questions. Did I do something wrong? Was it me? Or was there someone else? I hated myself for even thinking it, for not trusting her completely. And yet, every little thing made me suspicious. Her phone buzzing at odd hours, her sudden defensiveness, the way she'd laugh at a text in another room. It was all too subtle to catch, but my gut twisted tighter with every moment. Then one night, I saw it. Her phone was face up on the counter while she took a shower. I swore I wouldn't look. I promised myself. But a notification popped up, an unfamiliar name, and a short, flirty message. Something about last night and miss you. My stomach dropped, bowel rising like I'd swallowed acid. I shouldn't have read more, but I did. And the messages stacked up, each one worse than the last. My wife, the woman I had loved more than life itself, was cheating. And the worst part? She didn't even try to hide it. I wanted to explode, to confront her right there, but I couldn't. I felt paralyzed, trapped in a cage of my own disbelief and heartbreak. Every memory we had, the lazy Sunday mornings, the dinners we cooked together, the way she laughed at my stupid jokes, all of it now felt like a lie. I questioned every hug, every kiss, every whispered, "I love you." How could I have been so blind? The breaking point came a week later. I confronted her in the kitchen. Hands shaking, voice trembling more from fear than anger. "Who is he?" I asked. Her eyes went wide, like I had seen a ghost. She stumbled over words, trying to justify, to explain herself. She said it was just a fling, that she felt disconnected, that she didn't want to hurt me. She apologized, her voice breaking, but the words felt like stones in a canyon between us. I felt rage, yes, but also a strange calm. In that moment, I made a choice. I would not let her betrayal define me, not in anger, not in sorrow. I would not yell, not beg, not plead. I would leave, not with a scene, but with quiet dignity. I told her I needed time, that I had to think. I'd packed a bag that night, but instead of leaving in a fury, I just sat on the edge of the bed, staring at the ceiling, letting the silence settle between us. The days that followed were brutal. I felt like I was living underwater, everything muted and distorted. I missed her, yes, but more than that, I missed who I thought she was. I wrestled with memories that now stung. Her hand in mine at the park, the way she used to whisper, "You're my everything" at night. I hated that I still loved her, hated that I still wanted her to be the person she wasn't anymore. But amidst the heartbreak, a tiny ember of clarity burned. I realized I deserved more than half-truths and secret lies. I deserved honesty, respect, and love that didn't feel like a trap. Eventually, I told her, not with screaming, not with tears, but with quiet conviction. I told her I couldn't stay, not with a betrayal hanging between us like a storm cloud. She cried, and I felt a pang of sorrow, but it was different now. It wasn't for her, it was for the love we lost, for the person I thought I knew. The last thing I did was leave her a note. No blame, no accusation, just truth. I loved you fully, and I forgive you, for yourself, not for me. I hope one day you find the love you were looking for. And I hope I find someone who chooses me every single day. I left before she could respond, before the tears could turn anger, before either of us said something we'd regret. I walked out that night feeling lighter than I had in months. The pain was raw, but there was a strange peace in knowing I took control of my own heart. I wasn't shattered. I was learning to rebuild. Slowly, day by day, I would fill the emptiness with self-respect, with hope, with the knowledge that I am worth more than betrayal. So that's my story. If you've ever felt the sting of betrayal, I want you to know you're not alone. And I'd love to hear from you. How would you react if you were in my shoes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that hit right here in the heart